Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Oh, goodness. Hi, everybody. Adam, Shauna, Drip Cart. Hello. Yeah, I needed an extra 30 minutes today. I feel kind of slow and sluggish. It's not quite stopping me from, doing what I got to do today, but I'm moving very slow today. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I am definitely moving at a slower rate. I had a pretty, I had a pretty intense weekend. I'm not gonna lie. Saturday was Pride festivities here, so that was fun for a while, and then I ended up losing my phone. Hello, Mel. Hello, Mama Pip Love. I ended up losing my phone, or at least I thought I lost my phone. I thought it was stolen, to be honest, but I dropped it and didn't realize it. And in the madness of everything, I couldn't find it. I ended up finding it the next day, but that was, man, was that an ordeal. And then yesterday, I was kind of trying to recover from Saturday. So I'm still a little tired, I'm still a little sluggish or whatnot, but I just feel like I'm moving slow. I feel like the whole collective is moving slow. Who feels unattached and unemotional? Gemini Sun energy definitely having an effect. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad I found it too, Mel. Yeah, I do feel that, Adam, actually. Hi, Abuola. Oh my God, it was so stressful, you guys. So stressful. And I just had to replace my phone a few months ago. Those of you that have been following along, I think you probably remember that. I had a phone and the screen got so screwed up that I couldn't even get into it anymore. And I lost a ton of time with Verizon trying to get it replaced, only to realize that it was a whole thing. But so I had just, the phone that I have now was a replacement for that one. So I just replaced it. I didn't want to have to replace it again. I was so, I mean, by the time Sunday morning came along, I was so ready. I was dead set. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to have to replace this thing then. I mean, like, there's no, and there was a mantra in my head. My guides were saying to me, Eric, your phone is replaceable. You yourself are not. And that was a mantra that was in my head, running through my head throughout the situation, until this one, one of my guides started saying, stop saying that to him. Because that was putting me in the mode of replacing the phone, right? But instead of doing that, I decided to try and locate it, which we tried to do on Saturday, use like the Find My Samsung thing through my Samsung account. But I couldn't get into my Samsung account because I didn't remember my password, and then I got locked out of it. So then I wasn't home, so I couldn't. So Sunday morning came around and I was like, you know what? I got home. I was like, let me try and locate the phone through the Find My Samsung thing. Sure enough, I was able to get into my account and I located the phone and it said it was still at the place that I was hanging out that night. So I was like, okay, that's awesome. All right, so they open at noon, so I'll go down there. I'll drive down there when they open or around when they're opening, look for it and see, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop and all that stuff, right? So I get back down there. It's around noon. I meet up with some friends, which worked out anyway because a bunch of us were trying to do brunch on Sunday anyway. So, okay, it worked out. So I met up with some of my friends. We went over to the bar that we were hanging out at. And I had been able to track my phone all morning, right? But when I got there and I was using my friend's phone to track it, of course the service wasn't working, or of course something wasn't working, and now my phone was no longer able to be tracked, right? Because of the network or some shit like that. So I was like, okay, well, I know it's here. It's been here all morning. I've been tracking it for hours. It didn't grow legs and walk away. And so then my intuition said to me, Eric, go check behind the building, because this bar, it's like a bar and restaurant type of situation on the beach. And it's one of our favorite places to go. But it's like, it's the building, you can walk around the whole building. Like it's surrounded by like parking area and beach, right? So you can walk behind the building. And my intuition was like, Eric, just go check behind the building. I was like, okay. So I went, I looked, I turned around, and boop, there it was right there. The ironic, this is the back of the building, right? The back of the restaurant and bar. And there's like parking spaces right behind the building. And there's some grass that you can kind of walk through. It's not an official walkway, but you can walk through it. And I didn't think of this until yesterday, by the time I got back there to try and find my phone again. But right when I lost my phone on Saturday night, I was running to my car to go drop somebody off at their place or by their car, and I forgot something on the table. So I kind of like whipped around and ran back to the table and went and ran back to my car. And I didn't realize that in the motion of me whipping around to go run back to the table because I left something there, either my phone fell out of my pocket, it came flying out of my pocket, or it fell out of my hand and I just didn't realize I even had it in my hand or whatever. There was so much going on, right? So lo and behold, my phone is right there on the ground behind the building. But the funniest part about this whole thing, you guys, is I ended up crashing at my friend's house on Saturday night. And before I went back home on Sunday morning, I went back to the bar and back to the area, and I was looking around. I drove all over the place. I looked all over the place and I could not find it. And the funniest part about it is right when the last moment I was there, I parked right behind the building because I was like, I went back to try one more time, couldn't find it. I was like, all right, well, while I'm here, let me throw on my bathing suit, because I had my bathing suit in the car. Let me throw on my bathing suit, go take a dip in the water to kind of like reset and everything. And I was parked right next to where my phone was lying on the floor, on the ground. I just didn't see it. I didn't even think to look ultimately where it was. So that was a thing. So that was my weekend. And then yesterday was trying to recover from everything. But then today I just feel like, so was it Adam? Was it you that you mentioned? Yeah, Adam, who feels unattached and unemotional? Me. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Rose. Hi, Baruch. Hi, everybody. I do feel quite detached today. And unemotional, yeah. I would throw in a slightly tired. Like slightly tired, but not really. Like I kind of feel a little tired, but I also mostly just feel like detached and kind of spacey, kind of aloof today. Like I'm just kind of floating through it. And I just opened the chart for today. We have a number of squares. The sun is squaring up to Jupiter. The moon is squaring. Oh, there it is. So the moon is in Taurus right now. It's towards the end of Taurus. The moon is going to be in Gemini tomorrow. The sun is also still in Gemini. This is all from True Sidereal Astrology, right? The moon is in Taurus, which I feel like is kind of slowing us down anyway, subconsciously. I know yesterday was a very chill day. The moon was in Taurus for most of the weekend. I want to say towards the end of the weekend. But the moon is in Taurus right now. That's kind of slowing us down a little bit. But then on top of that, it looks like the moon is also squaring up to Neptune right now. And Neptune is stationing retrograde at the moment. Okay. So those feelings of like detachment and unemotional and just kind of like aloof and weird, definitely an effect of the sun being in Gemini. But I think it's also more so The fact that the moon is towards the end, towards the end of Taurus and is squaring up with Neptune, who is in Pisces right now. And Neptune is starting his retrograde journey. So that's kind of where like subconsciously, or there's just this like collective undertone of just, I don't even know what to call it. I kind of feel like a meh. It's just meh. You're feeling more indifferent than detached? Yes, I feel that too. I definitely feel detached, but unemotional and indifferent is definitely a good way to describe it. Definitely indifferent. I like that. You wish you were unemotional. You're having a Lianla? What's that? Fix your life kind of moment at this particular juncture. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else planetarily that's going? Mars is also squaring with Pluto, who is retrograde right now. And Uranus is squaring with Saturn. We have 4 squares today between the Sun and Jupiter, between Saturn and Uranus, between the Moon and Neptune, between Mars and Pluto. There's a lot of challenging energy in the air, collectively speaking. There's just, and then looking at the chart here, yeah, okay, with these 4 squares right now, there is a lot of challenging energy, a lot of challenging, just challenging, you know, it's challenging. It's like, that's the only word I have for it. It's like a challenge, you know, it's an affront, but it's mainly with the outer planets. It really is with the outer planets. Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Mars is in there too. All right. But it's mainly, you know, our personal planets of the Sun, the Moon, and Mars making these difficult, challenging aspects to the outer planets. So that's where I feel like that's where it really is a collective challenge. But really what I feel like for the collective here is it's more of an energy of like the universe is orchestrating things. Things are working, okay? Things are moving or things are happening, but we kind of just have to allow ourselves to be along for the ride. There's really nothing we can do about it. I'm going to be honest, in what I feel in the energy right now, there's nothing I would even want to do. Like, I don't even really want to do anything about it. I kind of just want to like keep my head down and keep focused on the things that I do have control over, which is work right now, you know, like the readings that I have to do, or what needs to be coming through for the collective, like all of my work here, that's really where I want to place my focus. And this doesn't even feel like that strong of an energy where it's like I need to take a day off, or I just need to take a break, or I need to not do anything. I mean, it's a little, indifferent is a really great word for it. Maybe a little tired, a little slightly fatigued, but not fatigued enough to say, I can't function today, you know? So just go for it. Just go for it. You know what I mean? Just get through it. Focus on what you can focus on what you have control over, you know, focus on what's in front of you right here, right now. Don't try and do anything extra. Don't try and do anything more, you know, don't try and go above and beyond. This is not one of those days, or this is not one of those energetic moments where, you know, if you have a little extra time or something like that, you might want to use it, or like a little, I doubt we'd get a little burst of energy, because what I want to say is, instead of, if you find you have extra time in terms of something, I wouldn't push yourself to do more on top of that. I would say instead, rest. If you get a moment, if you have 5 minutes, if you end work early, or you end something early, or like you find you have an extra whatever, take that extra time to rest. You're so tired, you don't think you can even be extra at the moment. Okay, yeah, Mel, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense. So I hope you guys enjoy your day. I at least hope you get a chance to have somewhat of a productive day. I feel like it could be a productive day. Like I said, the moon is in Taurus right now, all right? That is slowing us down a little bit subconsciously, but that's still momentum forward, okay? Taurus is the builder. Taurus is the doer. Taurus can be a little lazy, and we are getting to the end of Taurus, so maybe there was a lot of drive. Maybe from the moment that the moon entered into Aries and then moved into Taurus and moved about halfway through Taurus, there was drive, there was energy, there was, you wanted to do something, you wanted to accomplish, you wanted to get things done. But now that we're at the more mature or older energies of the moon being in Taurus, we feel a little sluggish. We feel a little tired, like we want to rest. Stop and smell the roses. That's a thing I feel like we could do today. You're feeling like you're swinging in the wind. Okay. Yeah. Less struggle. Leave me alone. Yeah, I hear you. Just go with the flow today. All right. Don't really, guys, don't try to do anything extra. Today, maybe even tomorrow. Let's see. When does the moon move into Gemini? Give me a moment, guys. So the moon moves into Gemini by... Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So today and tomorrow we're gonna be experiencing this. The moon doesn't move into Gemini until like around 6 p.m. Somewhere between like 5 and 6 p.m. the moon will officially cross into Gemini. And then we have a new moon on the 29th, you guys. All right, so Wednesday there's a new moon coming through. Well, actually, it looks like the new moon, the actual conjunction between the sun and the moon happens around midnight on the 28th. So the 28th, 29th is going to be a new moon energy. I already kind of feel like this is what we're experiencing right now. We're experiencing some of these effects of this new moon. And that new moon is in Gemini. So you know what? Why don't we talk about that? Let's talk about that today. Bear with me, you guys. I'm just looking at the chart here to see what else we've got going on in terms of this new moon. Nothing really major. A lot of the squares that we're dealing with today, we're going to continue to be dealing with for the next few days, okay? Now, when the sun and the moon do go conjunct, that is creating a square between the moon and Neptune, because the sun is squaring with the moon with Neptune right now. New moon. Why don't we get some new moon messages? Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure to smash that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Welcome to the SIP. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. But yeah, let's get into some messages. Let's talk about this new moon here. So thank you, God Source Creator, for bringing us together today to share this moment with each other and with you. We invite you, angels, archangels, ascended masters, way showers, guides, our personal guides, our personal spirit guides, and any beings of love and light that wish to aid in our ascension, wish to help the highest good. We ask that you enter into our space right now, and you please provide us with the messages we need to hear the most in regards to this new moon this week. So what's going on for this new moon? What's the energy for the new moon this week? Please, Spirit, and please provide us with the guidance that you have. I feel like there's something. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love, your care, your support, and devotion. I really feel like there's something going on here. Last shuffle. What's going on with this new moon? What do we need to know about this new moon, please, Spirit? Now, in terms of true sidereal astrology, you guys, the new moon is going to be in Gemini. But I just get the feeling here that this is going to be a challenging new moon. Excuse me. There's just a feeling of challenges that I'm picking up on, but also I'm looking at the chart here and we still have 4 squares to deal with during this new moon. There is something about breaking things apart. The feeling that I'm getting from this right now in terms of this new moon here is that there's tension, and this tension is building, this tension is rising, and there's something about it. I feel like it's going to give way. All right, this at some point, this tension that we're experiencing here that may have been building up for a long time over the course of this year, I just heard so far. I mean, we're halfway through the year right now, right? Building and growing. I feel like something is going to give during this new moon for the collective here. But that something is going to give, and that's going to create space for something new that we're trying to build, that we're trying to bring into fruition, that we're trying to manifest for ourselves. Whatever is going to give over the tension of this new moon, it's going to provide space for something else to come in, for something new to be built, for a new seed to be planted. I heard a levee is gonna break. Some sort of levee is, and I'm not predicting some sort of disaster in that sense, but figuratively speaking, like some sort of levee it feels like it's about to burst, okay? Yeah, you're feeling it too, Dragoness, okay. It's an energy of you can get things done, but you really don't care what the outcome is. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Archangel. Yeah, all right, so new moon, this new moon in Gemini here. New moon in Gemini, what do you want to say about it, Spirit? Knight of Wands reversed, 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Spirit is saying that's enough. Overall energy is strength. This Knight of Wands has come out in reverse. Bear with me, you guys. Because I'm kind of drawing a blank on this at the moment. But I'm drawing a blank because something about the energies of this combination here isn't quite matching up. I feel like I'm missing something. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Misguided action is what I just heard. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, you have the 3 of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles. There's some sort of disconnect here that I'm feeling through this, because this Ace of Pentacles feels like an offer. I guess what I'm confused on is the energies of this 3 of Cups. Is this a celebration, or does this 3 of Cups represent a group of people? You have strength at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like there's something about you holding yourself back, okay? Holding some sort of holding yourself back in some sort of egoic way that ultimately is going to pay off somehow. Ace of Pentacles. But this 3 of Cups here feels like some sort of group, some sort of affiliation, a friend group, a belief, a way of thinking that but see, the Knight of Wands is in reverse. There's some sort of, I want to say, a misguided action is what I keep hearing. But I can't tell if you're going to receive something through this, or you're about to receive something. Maybe something was off. Something was offered. Misguided action. What, provide us a little bit more. Misguided action. Okay. Hi, Jinx. This misguided action might be something from the past that you're realizing now is not a direction that you want to go in, or is not something that you want to pursue. And this is okay, and this is why there is some sort of payoff here, or there's something that's going to be offered to you, or something that's going to be able to come through for you. So here's the thing. Remember how I was just saying that with this new moon here, I feel like there's some sort of tension building, or there's like a levee that's about to break, or something is about to give way. I just heard something is about to change shape, and that's going to allow something new to come in, some new seed to be planted for something new to grow. Well, here's that new seed, the Ace of Pentacles, right? And then you have, sorry guys, I'm having trouble formulating sentences right now. You have the Knight of Wands, which is reversed to the Three of Cups. It's like you, or whomever this reading is for, at one point was vibing with this group of people, this direction, this sense of community, this hive mind mentality, this way of thinking, this belief or something like that. But it feels like here that someone is changing direction, someone is changing course. And or, I'm kind of seeing that with the Knight of Wands, which is reversed. But also the Knight of Wands reverse is representing some sort of misguided action. I'm getting a feeling of somebody here coming forward towards you, trying to sell you what I guess could only be seen now as a pipe dream, like in hindsight. I'm getting energies from this Knight of Wands reversed. I get an energy of someone who wasn't quite clear on all of the details, or didn't know the full story, or didn't know the full circumstance, or what it was fully going to entail, or whatnot, whatever, but they still were trying to convince you of something, or they were still trying to move forward with something, all gung-ho about it without really doing a decent level of due diligence, or just over-excited, overzealous, misguided, yes. Someone maybe was completely false to begin with. Someone was like, I'm getting an energy now of like someone coming through and trying to sell you something that they know is faulty, or they're talking this thing up, or this group up, or this organization up in a way that is misleading. And there was an offer made through this Ace of Pentacles. That's what I'm seeing here. Some sort of offer of commitment. Either you made this, maybe you bought what this salesman was selling. You bought into what this person was selling to you, and so you made a commitment, you made an offer, you physically handed money over to this situation or something like that, expecting to get something back in return. And this could have been something that was really taking up a lot of space for you. But it seems you're overcoming this somehow, because I did draw more. We have 3 more cards here. You have the Page of Pentacles, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and you have the King of Cups. And then your overall energy here now at this point is the Hermit. Okay? I feel like there is a level of responsibility that you or this person is taking in this situation. I just got a feeling of, if you want something done right, you better do it yourself. There's also a feeling of somebody saying, cut out this middleman here, cut out this organization, cut out this group, cut out this society, this affiliation, and just do it myself. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. This Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a new commitment, okay? Is a new start, is reaching a new level and having to find some sense of footing. New footing, you know, relearning yourself, putting your training wheels back on for a hot second until you get acclimated with this level, this new playing field, this new game, whatnot, whatever, and then you progress from there. But what I'm getting with this is that somebody's taking on some sort of new level of responsibility. And it's a very mature thing that they're doing, the King of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles is representing the end of this circumstance, the end of this affiliation. The Ten of Pentacles, what I'm feeling here is that the Ten of Pentacles is representing the moment where you, in your emotional responsibility and maturity, kind of, because it almost looks like he's trying to get up out of his seat. So it's almost as if somebody is kind of like, okay, let's get up, you know, because we gotta do something about this. We gotta fix this. Something needs to be done differently. And that's what this Page of Pentacles represents. And the King of Cups here represents that emotional awareness and the maturity, like, you know, this isn't gonna be easy, but you gotta do it anyway. You know, it's the right thing to do. The Ten of Pentacles represents the end of the situation has run its course. You've reached a dead end here. In this situation or in this circumstance, you did not receive the payout that you wanted. But the thing about this is, through some sort of level of introspection or being honest with yourself or communicating with your higher self or something like that, there is an energy here of recognizing or understanding what it is you need to do in order to achieve this goal, or what you could do differently at this point to continue trying to achieve this goal. But the initial way that you were trying to achieve it is misguided. Quite frankly, I want to say it was never going to work out anyway. There was some sort of team effort. There was some sort of, I feel like there were probably a number of people involved in this situation that only helped to boost your confidence, albeit artificially. You know, it wasn't, we feel confident in this because of X, Y, and Z, like real solid evidence of something, or like a real reason to really truly feel confident in the situation. It's more like, well, we feel confident in this situation because we've talked ourselves up enough about it, and we're all on the same page here, and we're all just going to put our heads together and put our belief together. We don't really have any tangible evidence as to why this is going to work. We just feel like we're just going to tell ourselves it's going to work and try and see what happens. But that was false. That was misguided. That was definitely misguided. And you actually might be leaving a group of people behind who are still in this mindset. But you somehow, or the subject of this reading, or whomever this reading is resonating for or meant to be for, you are kind of looking at the situation from a very truly emotionally mature place, been like, I don't know what these fools are talking about, man. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish over there, but that is not going to get anything done. Why don't I just like, okay, all right, let's get up. You know, it's like that meme of like SpongeBob, you know, sitting in his chair, or like you know what, you guys know what I'm talking about. Leaving your ass straight to hell. Yep. Sheeple, yeah. So, okay. And now I'm looking at this Hermit energy. Yeah, exactly. I'm a head out. Yeah. And I'm looking at this Hermit energy, and I got this feeling that, like, for some of you, or for somebody here, or maybe just the general the general consensus that the general feeling that this Hermit energy represents here, it's like, you know damn well deep within yourself that something ain't right here. Like, these people, these other people that are involved in this situation or whatnot, whatever, they may be able to lie to themselves. But like, I see this Hermit energy as you and yourself kind of like looking at each other, like you and your higher self kind of like looking at each other like, are they for real? Like, you don't buy this for a second, do you? Nope, sure don't. Time to go, right? Yep, I think we should go now. I don't buy that for a second. Some ain't right. Some is fishy here, some ain't right. And you know what? I don't really give a flying fuck why. All I know is my ass just needs to get up and needs to start doing something else, because this just ain't gonna work. Just ain't gonna work. Yeah. Okay. Pipe dream. Someone was trying to sell you a pipe dream. And I'm getting that from this Ace of Pentacles here. Let's start clarifying. Let's go a bit deeper, shall we? Okay. I think we shall. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We've got 36 people here, 35 people, 24 likes. Smash that like button for me. Yeah, more likes means more people get to see the reading. So if you haven't done so already and you're hanging out here and you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like button. You want to show a little bit of support, go ahead and smash that like button. Yeah, it definitely helps with the algorithm. But we're going to dive a little deeper into this. We're going to look a little bit more. All right, somebody here, somebody was selling you a pipe dream. And quite frankly, I don't feel like this is anything personal, to be quite honest with you, because I absolutely feel like there is some sort of like group mentality, hive mind, collective energy. It's like there was like some sort of snake oil salesman. You know what I'm getting the image of? Getting the image of what movies is it? Pete's Dragon? I think it's Pete's Dragon. You guys remember Pete's Dragon? I think that came out in like the 70s or some shit. But it's a Disney movie, and it was a combination of animation and live action. Was it the 70s? Maybe it was the 80s. I don't remember. But in that movie, it was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up. But in that movie, there's this town called Passamaquoddy. It's very extremely rural town, you know, not much in the way of technology or anything like that. But this man, this snake oil salesman comes in. We have to talk about this. Oh, hey, Gabrielle. Okay, we got to talk about this later. Oh, shit. All right. He comes into the town and is trying to sell them his his heal all thing, like this serum or this substance, this thing that you drink, and it like heals all your ailments, it heals all your problems. It's complete bullshit, like complete bullshit. But the people in the town eat it up. They believe his word because he's a con man. Okay. This Knight of Wands energy feels in reverse, feels like a con man or some sort of con, again, some sort of misguided situation that I feel like has a bunch of people wrapped up or roped into it. Okay. It's not just you individually. However, you or whomever is resonating with this reading, I want to say you've come to your senses in some way. Like you're seeing through. At this point, you may not have seen it in the beginning, but at this point, you're seeing through the situation to deeper into more of what it is, okay? I'm gonna give this one more shuffle, and we're gonna look at this Ace of Pentacles to start. What is this Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit? All right, well, look, the devil's at the bottom of the deck so far. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. What is this Ace of Pentacles energy? Shut up, you guys. It's the King of Cups again. All right, look, we've got the King of Cups twice here. All right, Clarifying this Ace of Pentacles here. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. We've got the King of Cups, the Six of Cups. This could be a soulmate situation, a romantic situation here. And the Page of Swords with the Moon as the overall energy. So there's illusion here. Obviously, there's definitely illusion here, okay? Something is not as it seems. Something was sold to you that either was not completely understood, like either the person that was selling it to you or the person that made this offer or the person that, you know, presented this to you didn't know exactly what it was completely, like didn't know the product full well enough, didn't know the process full well enough, didn't even have a plan surrounding it. There was this situation was not as it seemed, or it was not truly as it was made to look like. The Moon is the overall energy here. Now, in terms of this Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Pentacles does ultimately represent something you actually really do want. But what this is saying here is that you have come, or somebody here has come to a sense of emotional awareness and emotional reality. Like someone has come to like the emotional reality of the situation, or someone is being emotionally mature enough to really look at the situation. Six of Cups, the past, and or a soulmate situation, and the Page of Swords. Like, let me find, wait, hold on, let me find out. Like, this is that moment where you get real with yourself and you say, wait a second, what have I been dealing with all this time? Like, what have I been putting my time, attention, effort, and energy into? And you come up with an answer of, this really is not what it seems. Something about this is not what it seems. And you're starting to figure it out. You're starting to see past the illusion. The Moon, and look, then there's the Ten of Pentacles again, because yeah, it's coming to a close. This situation is coming to a close. Five of Cups is underneath the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, there is definitely feelings of, okay, look. I forgot what I was going to say now in terms of the Moon here. I got distracted. But there's definitely an energy of seeing past the illusion with this Moon energy here. And that's bringing this circumstance to a close. Ten of Pentacles. Yes, the Ten of Pentacles is career and finances, but it's also long-term investment. It's also, for me, a 10 is a completion of a physical life circumstance. And this does feel like a relationship, whether it's a relationship with a group of people or a relationship with a specific person. But ultimately, this is not going to get you where it is you want it to go initially, and that's why it's coming to a close. And look, you have the Five of Cups here. This is all at the bottom of the deck. We started with the Moon, then to the Ten of Pentacles, to the Five of Cups. And this is good though, because look at the Five of Cups. That Three of Cups energy, whatever hive mind, collective spell someone put on people to get them to believe that they're going to be able to achieve whatever it is they're going to be able to achieve in this circumstance, or whatever it is they want to achieve in this circumstance, that's spilling out. Because it was a load of malarkey, okay? A load of bullshit the whole way. But all is not lost, because then underneath the Five of Cups, you do have the Eight of Wands to Justice. Now that whatever this Three of Cups energy here is being released, this collective belief structure, this relationship, now that this is being released, you are going to be able to go after what it is that you want, okay? There won't be this hindrance before you anymore, in front of you anymore, and justice will be able to be served in this situation. You may even end up meeting people that you can actually work with, a real constructive partnership instead of this pipe dream. The Three of Pentacles instead of the Three of Cups, okay? But this is all but the reason why you're able to do this, or the reason why this is happening, is because you are having the emotional maturity to get to the bottom of this, to stop for a second and say, wait, what is this really? What am I really dealing with here? Okay. With that said, I want to talk about this snake oil salesman. What's this Knight of Wands in reversed, or at least this misguided direction that you've been moving in? What is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Eight of Swords. I don't know who this message is for and where you've come from, but I'm really seeing some sort of like cult-like energy, all right? A mass group of, mass hysteria or mass psychosis or mass brainwashing or mass hypnotism or some, and I'm seeing a central figure being able to like whip a bunch of people into a frenzy to believe some bullshit like this. But they really, this was a misguided energy, misguided direction. Knight of Wands in reverse. Clarified, the first card to clarify it is the Eight of Swords. But then with that, on top of that, you have the Four of Wands, and the overall energy is at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. But at the underneath the Nine of Pentacles is the Devil. So this was sold to you or to somebody as a way of gaining stability or a way of gaining some sort of independence or sovereignty, maybe even wealth and or abundance. This was supposed to set you up to put you in your Nine of Pentacles state. Or maybe you were already, oh my God, you were already in your Nine of Pentacles state. And some snake oil salesman, I mean, obviously this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates, but some snake oil salesman saw you in your abundant Nine of Pentacles state and said, hey, let me sell you this. Let me sell you this group or this program or this, whatever this is, that's going to give you that final pentacle to put you in your 10. All the while, this was actually some sort of scheme, some sort of prison, some sort of pyramid scheme, some sort of situation that was just going to leave you trapped and bound. Underneath this Nine of Pentacles is the Devil. You were getting into debt to do this. You had to make some sort of sacrifice. Like you had to attach yourself. You had to sign some sort of lengthy, like long-term contract, or you had to attach yourself to this situation long-term, thinking that it was going to lead you to a level of reciprocity or stability, success, whatnot, whatever, but it never really was designed to do that, or it was never actually going to be capable of doing that. And it's not like you can't receive success in this way. It's just that now you're starting to wise up and be like, oh shit, what the hell did I get myself into? And how the fuck do I get back out of it? Yep. I want to see what since the King of Cups came out twice here, I want to see I want to see what the King of Cups has to say about the collective. What does the King of Cups have to say? Since he came out twice, what does the King of Cups have to say about this situation? Okay. All right, well, the first card here, you guys, is the Nine of Swords reversed. That's a good thing. Putting the fears to rest. All right, well, hold on. King of Cups. What does the King of Cups have to say? Yeah. Yeah, see, the situation is completed. You reached the end of this. You reached the end of this circumstance, but that's because of your awareness. You know what the King of Cups is saying here, you guys? The Nine of Swords were in reverse with the Tower. You were anxious. You might have been really anxious about this for a long time. Wondering if this was actually going to turn out the way that you wanted to, wondering if this was going to be successful, if you were going to get your money back, if you were going to get a return on your investment, was this going to work at all? But the King of Cups is saying that your fear, is now being replaced with, like, what I'm hearing is, what I'm feeling is like you don't have to worry anymore because now you know what the situation is. So you don't have to be afraid of it any longer. You don't have to be afraid of what's really going on here, because now you're starting to see, or at least you have the emotional maturity enough to start questioning and figuring out what's going on here, effectively putting the fears and the illusions to rest and taking down what needs to come down. Instead of just sitting here racking your brain about it, being like, like all up in your head, with these fears and whatnot, whatever, or what's really going on here, now you can actually start to bring it down. Okay, overall energy is at the bottom of the deck is still the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, look, underneath, look, an end to the illusion. Yes, that's right, an end to the illusion right there, you guys. Okay, Ten of Pentacles to the Moon. And thus, that brings down this whole structure that this person or this group or organization tried to sell to you, tried to build off of you, whatnot, whatever, brings it all down. Okay. So this makes a lot of sense then. In terms of, if you want to apply this to the new moon in Gemini energies, you're more than welcome to do so. You don't have to, though. This could just be a big old general reading. But what I was feeling for the new moon is a level of tension, building and building and building and building and building, and all of a sudden it just giving way. But giving way is a good thing, because that opens up potential. It opens up energy for what you really want to come forward, or to be planted, or to be worked on. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry you got duped, but what I'm hearing is you're wiser for it now. You learned something here. All right, let's get a closing message. Closing message, please, Spirit, for today's reading. Closing message, please. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything has a reason. Everything serves its purpose. I don't want you to focus on how you may feel like you've been duped or tricked, taken advantage of, okay? Ultimately, this situation has provided you with providing you with a level of justice. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. Okay, this is basically justice is being served here for you, whether you really see it or realize it right now or not. In terms of this past energy, the deck split in a certain way, and that revealed the Six of Cups. So the past circumstance, whatever this past situation is, right? The same past you were investigating with this King of Cups, this emotional maturity here, but it also, the deck split and showed the Six of Cups, but it also showed Temperance. And this is really, there's two more cards here, but this is really the main reason as to why justice is being served in your life. Okay? Because yes, this was heartbreaking. This created pain. This created a setback. This created turmoil for you. But ultimately, and here's the value of this situation, ultimately it taught you something about self-worth. Maybe we could go so far as to say this taught you to be a little more diligent, or to do a little more due diligence in terms of what it is you really give your resources to. Not being so quick to give up your resources if that's how this resonates for you. But ultimately, this is reading as a good thing, because you're walking away with this having learned something and having a greater sense of self-worth is what I'm hearing. And that's effectively what's helping balance things out Okay, you're realizing, you're finding that you need to be more balanced. Maybe you need to have better boundaries, or maybe you can adjust certain boundaries here or there. Ultimately, this is not something to really be too upset about, King of Cups here, because it's serving a purpose, and justice is being served in your life. And there's going to be some sort of justice here. There may be some karmic justice that the individual or other individuals in this situation may face because of this. Especially if somebody intentionally misled you and multiple others, okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Adam, changing from existing structures and making new structures, energy, slower Taurus moon to Gemini. I don't understand. Flexibility and changing, yeah, that makes sense. Neo, I don't know what you're going on about, buddy, but it kind of feels like you're just spamming the chat here, which I don't know, but I'm sorry. I can't really follow what you're putting out there. Thank you, Archangel. Thank you so much for that donation. So yeah, it does feel like somebody's been duped. Okay, but Spirit keeps saying you are much better off from it now. On this end of the circumstance, I'm hearing a lying sack of shit. I literally just heard you lying sack of shit. Is that something that you're saying to somebody? Calling them a lying sack of shit because they misled you? I mean, yeah, all right. But also, like, that's where this King of Cups comes in. Because ultimately, you do have to, I mean, I understand if someone misled you, especially if they did it intentionally, okay? But there's also a level of responsibility that needs to be taken here, that it does feel like somebody here is, or whomever this is for, it does feel like you're taking it. Like you're taking you're taking your 50 lashes with a wet noodle or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not that big of a deal. It turns out that it's not that big of a deal, because ultimately I feel like there is still a way forward, of which you're becoming aware of now in hindsight, having been through all of this. But then there's also a lesson in self-worth, in valuing yourself, your time, your attention, your energy, your resources, that kind of energy as well. Yeah, people do make promises that they can't live up to. It's unfortunate. And I mean, like, we're all human, we're all fallible, but it really is bad when, you know, you're intentionally doing it, or you're intentionally getting into something that you know you have no plans on really following through with, or you know you're not even capable of, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. Okay. Let's close out this reading. Let's get some closing oracle guidance from the Crystal Mandala Oracle, yeah? Alrighty. 3 shuffles, this is 1. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button. If you're enjoying this reading, if you would like to show some support to the channel, and we'll say it this way, show some support to your fellow brothers and sisters out there in the world who may not necessarily know about this channel. The more you smash that like button, the more it peaks the algorithm, and it gets out to more and more people, yeah? Excellent. Last shuffle here. Closing oracle guidance for the collective at this time. Yeah. Dude, this is crazy. You guys, this card keeps coming up. It came up, I started doing the monthly messages for July. Oh, sidebar. In terms of the monthly messages, last month I didn't put the month in the title. This month I am, but it's only for organizational purposes. I realized that in hindsight. Like, yes, they're timeless readings, and they don't necessarily have to resonate for the month that they are associated with. They can resonate for you at any time, but for sake of organizational purposes and for the sake of ease in trying to find the messages, it's better if I do put the month and the year and all that stuff. Okay, so I started some of those readings today. Those will be out. Hopefully they'll be out by the 1st. Hopefully they'll be out by the 1st, which is this Friday, depending on how the energies go. But this card came out, I think it was it came out for Aries. Jesus Christmas. Okay, it came out for Aries, and it's card number 36, Ascendant Master Mataji and Crimson Cooperite, Relief and Repair. And I was saying in that reading, I use this deck so much. Like, I've been using this deck for years, and there are a ton of cards in this deck, but I always seem to get the same ones, or like the collective always seems to get the same cards. It's very interesting. But I will say that this card absolutely does make sense here, because this card talks about going through a moment of ascension, or going through a moment of, pulling in lots of spiritual knowledge or spiritual energy or anything like that, and needing time in between. So I really do feel like you have upgraded, or you've gone through this is a pretty serious situation. This is a pretty serious upgrade that you're making here. Okay, but it's providing you with a level of relief, but it's also providing you with a level of repair as well. I feel like the damage that could have been done in terms of this situation, is now able to be repaired. Look, I'm sorry, Neo, but I don't mean to see, okay, look, Neo, I don't mean any disrespect or anything like that, but I'm not able to follow you because I'm channeling this message here, and I don't see anyone else really following, so I don't know. But it's like, does that have relevance to what we're talking about here? Like, I don't mean any disrespect. I can't follow. I'm not able to follow right now. So sorry about that. But here we go. Relief and repair. We bring you the blessing of relief and repair. Our warmth and nurturing will restore and rebalance your body, mind, and soul when the light of spirit burns too brightly. Spiritual light is like the light of the sun. It brings life and joy, but too much can burn. If that happens to you, you will feel overwhelmed, overheated, overexcited, or overstretched, mentally, physically, and emotionally. We will help you recover and increase your ability to be exposed to spiritual light again in the future without becoming overloaded or burnt out. We ask you to soften and relax into our rich red energy now, which nurtures you with the cooling, restorative life force of the Earth Mother. We shall help you naturally discharge excess energy, whilst we revive, strengthen, and fortify you with our nurturing grace. So there's definitely a level of repair that's happening here in terms of this. So that's a good thing. Yes? Oh boy. Thank you for that, Archangel. All right, anyway, there you have it, guys. So yeah, it seems that there's been some sort of, maybe this was a bait and switch. Someone was duped. I don't know. But you're definitely better off on the other end of this, having come out of this on the other side, okay? So there's that. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Monday to you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Really get some rest. Rest as much as you can. Don't try and do anything extra. Don't try and take on anything extra. You know what I mean? Just especially, at least right now, at least while we're feeling through these sluggish energies, yeah? But I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Yeah. It was good to see you. It was good to connect with you, have this moment, have this chat. But I'm going to go about the rest of my day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, most likely. I should be here. I'm planning on being here tomorrow. We'll see how the energy goes, but you know, because I'm not trying to overexert myself as well. Oops. I mean, if you need any more confirmation, look at what just came out. I was playing with the deck and look at what just came out. The Three of Cups and the Seven of Swords. There is some deception here, you guys. Okay, let's just leave it at that. Dragoness, thank you so much for that donation. It's all good. Going with the flow, going with from a full cup, doing the self-care. Yeah. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah. I'll most likely see you tomorrow. Wait, hold on, wait. Oh, yeah, okay, that worked. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah? God willing. Okay, bye. Bye.